but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they see me. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Geek Gauntlet Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Mr. William D. Morgan. We have a crew with us tonight. Looks like it's going to be the fellas. So let me go ahead and bring everybody in as myself, William D. Morgan. Let me go ahead and bring in, he is the Overlord. He is the ex-Overlord. Let me bring my man Ambrose in. Ambrose, what's up?
What's going on, man?
How you doing, man? You doing pretty good?
Yeah. Just got back on the day shift so I could do this tonight, and I forgot I'm not a morning person. So,
Me neither.
You know, and Ando won't be with us tonight, but I feel his pain. I had to make a couple deliveries to my local mall today, and it's a disaster.
Yeah.
So,
all right, let me go ahead and bring in the man who knows everything about comics. And bring my man Ty in. Ty, what's up? How you doing?
Hey, how's it going? I'm so happy to be back. I feel bad that it's been a little bit, but I'm excited to be here with you guys for the night.
Good to have you back, man. Good to have you back. And last but certainly not least, let me bring my man Shaw in. Shaw, what's up?
Sup, everybody? How y'all doing today?
Doing pretty good. Can't complain. Had a chance to watch the Marvels. Good movie.
Yes.
Bad scene. It was a bad scene in the middle, but other than that, I enjoyed it.
All right, drinking the Kool-Aid, man.
Oh, nope. Hold on. I thought it was just going to be the fellas tonight. Oh, man. Let me bring on our resident female streamer on Diamond. What's up?
What's up, everyone?
Oh,
Diamond in the house.
Thank you for being you. I thought Will was going to bring Janae on.
Surprise.
Don't do Janae like that, man.
Hey, can you come on right now so you can control Ambrose?
All right, let's go ahead and get started.
Oh, there's no Cat or Janae.
No Cat or Janae. Nope.
Oh.
Happy birthday to Cat.
Happy birthday, Cat. Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there as well.
Happy birthday. Happy Veterans Day to everybody. All right, let's go ahead and do this, then we'll get started with the show. All right, Shaw, you are the captain. You are the leader of the Topics train. What dudes in Topics train? What we got going on tonight?
All right, well, first and foremost, let's talk about the actors' strike finally ending. What are y'all thoughts?
Woohoo!
I was getting really tired of writing about it, so I'm glad it's over.
Me
You have
too.
to find something else to write about now.
Yeah, I mean, I think the actors were finally, after this last round, when they tried to do that levy on the streamers and Fran Drescher was pulling for a streamer tax, I think the actors finally behind the scenes were just like, I just want to go back to work, man. Like, stop.
Yeah. I understand that for sure. I'm glad it's over. Now we can get on to the meat and potatoes of some good stuff.
You know, there's a lot of projects that have been stalled, and we can see them take off now. Like, we've got the whole James Gunn DC universe has been pushed back at least 2 years. Dune was supposed to come out this month. It's not coming out until next year now. So there's a lot of stuff we could have been writing about, and this just jammed everything up. So
I just want to say one thing real quick, because we're not going to do talking about the Marvels tonight because Shaw hasn't seen it yet. We'll probably get into that next week. But I do want to say this. For those of you who talk bad about this movie, and I was shocked because I thought it was going to suck, but I thought it was going to be terrible. But all you, particularly the DC fans out there, I got a question for y'all. Where's your universe at?
we didn't take Brie Larson's butt. We're not giving it back if we did.
That's my thing.
Could I say one small thing about that or no?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I won't. It's completely spoiler free, so don't worry. I'm not giving anything about it. I went into it with I just wanted to see what it was going to be. Is it like the best Marvel movie ever? No, not by any means. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of enjoyable fun. I think I was laughing pretty well. I think the jokes were landing pretty well. I think the story is a little simplistic. The only real negative I'm gonna say about it is if anyone has watched Secret Invasion, this only makes Secret Invasion worse, and I didn't think you could do that. And Secret Invasion is already bad. And this, like, if you really stop and think about some of the plot things that happen in this movie and you compare it to Secret Invasion, you're like, oh man, Secret Invasion really sucks.
Well, when you look at Secret Invasion, it's pretty much Nick Fury apologizing for breaking a promise to a 9-year-old.
Yeah, but this, trust me, this show makes it way worse. Let's just say there's elements in this movie where they're like talking about Skrulls, and it's like, man, Secret Invasion really didn't need to happen because it sucked.
I mean, I'm not going to say anything good or bad about the movie. I haven't seen it. I'm looking at the numbers, not saying anything good or bad about the movie, and it doesn't look good. I think apathy has kicked in. Whether or not the movie deserves to do well, I haven't seen it. I can't judge it. But it earned less than The Flash. The Flash and the Eternals earned $9 million on preview night. Black Widow in the middle of COVID earned $13 million on preview night. The Marvels only earned $6.6 million.
Well, people
they got outpaced by The Flash and the lowest grossing movie so far in the MCU library. Yeah, and that does not look good.
Yeah, but I'm not too. I mean, I get it from a number standpoint, but at the same time, I'm gonna say is people are cutting back going to the movies. People are cutting back. They're even here in our local place and the small town of Yakima, the fact that there hasn't been so many new movies coming out. They've been doing so many like let's do $5 Tuesdays and have these other movies that's been out. They had played Killer Clowns from Outer Space like a couple weeks back. Like they're playing a bunch of classical movies because they don't have anything to get people in. So they're trying to do whatever they can.
Well, and that's the problem. They couldn't market because of the strike, so they had a lot. The cards were stacked against this movie to begin with. It was pushed back and forth. They kept flipping the schedule so that when you push the schedule, when you rearrange the schedule that much with a movie, that hurts consumer confidence because you see a movie that's been shifted 5 times and you don't think it's good.
Totally fair.
You look at that and you think it's something that's constantly needs to be fixed. And like I said, the people are getting apathetic towards Marvel movies. Whether she's good in this one or not, Brie Larson's performance in the last one and her overall attitude has not exactly been a draw for a lot of fans. So like I said, not judging the movie itself, but the prognosis isn't really good for it financially.
Well, if anyone watched the Miss Marvel show and loved that element, she brings a wonderful element to the show and to the movie. And then
I've actually heard that everybody, even the people that have hated the movie, said it's impossible to hate her.
Yeah, it's like she's just great, and she does a great job at acting. The actors who are playing her family are wonderful. They are funny. They have good chemistry, and then even on set, the three main leads, they have pretty decent chemistry. Like they bring out a side of Brie Larson that I hadn't seen before. I'm not saying it's anything spectacular, but the chemistry works, and I like it.
I will say this about Brie Larson: there is a comedic personality somewhere in there.
Oh yeah.
She's been in sitcoms. She's actually been in things that I've liked. But somewhere along the line, she did the Sean Penn thing where she started taking herself way too seriously, and it was like, come on, shut up.
I thought Monica Rambeau was a true badass. She was the main reason why I wanted to see this movie, and she did not disappoint. The ending was great. Again, I'm not going to ruin it for Shark. He's going to get tomorrow.
And one more thing. And if the movie was great, the movie was great. But my problem with Captain Marvel is, and I'm not calling Brie Larson, I'm not calling the character Mary Sue. It's pretty much just the character's powers. She's a god. She's Superman without kryptonite. So it's kind of hard to write a movie like that and have a problem because realistically, like she has pretty much no weaknesses. So you kind of have to, like, I'm imagining in this movie they have to find ways to excise her out of the situation so there's conflict.
Oh, you can kill her. She's a tough kill, but you can kill her.
Yeah. No, I would say this is something, and this isn't getting too into the weeds with it, but
that's the last thing I'll say about it. No. Yeah.
In the over-expanding Marvel Cinematic Universe, when things are getting more and more complicated with all the multiverse, time travel, all the chaos, and all that stuff, this storyline is a little simplistic because it's kind of enclosed, and it's like it's not doing a lot to try to talk about everything outside of itself, which is kind of refreshing to keep it a little more contained. It's like, oh, we're not going to get too detailed. I'll admit maybe sometimes it's a little too simple, but at the same time, again, feels refreshing after dealing with the last like 15 movies where it's like, oh, we're actually tied into like this, and this. And it's like, well, this one's kind of self-contained.
I mean, that's what's made me give up on the MCU, to be truthful. I'd like to see them go back to serialized story arcs. Mm-hmm. But I mean, if the movie's good, I'll check it out on streaming. I've already saved my money up to be disappointed by Aquaman 2 because I run the DC page, so I kind of have to see that one.
I would just see this movie as a sequel to the first Captain Marvel movie, and it's introducing to the big screen anyway, Monica Rambeau and Miss Marvel.
All right.
Yep. All right. So let's go ahead. Shall I go ahead and pick back up?
All right. Next up, we got 2 death battles to talk about. First up, Gojo versus Makumo. I am not really that well versed on anime, so what's y'all thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I don't know who they are. I'm sorry.
I abstain.
Well, Makumo is from Chainsaw Man, and Gojo is from
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah.
Like, where's Janae when you need her for this?
I have Gojo.
I go Gojo too.
Yeah, Jojo won it already.
I'll go with Gojo too. Yeah, Gojo. Yeah.
The most recent one was Scooby-Doo versus Courage the Cowardly Dog, ending in a tie. What are y'all thoughts on that?
Courage.
I was mad because it was a draw.
I say Courage.
To me, somebody had to die.
I mean, I think Scooby-Doo would get high and like fall over himself, and Courage would just end up like kind of spazzing out and beating the crap out of him in fear. And I think that would just be how it ends.
Yeah, well, Courage was the darker side of things, where like Scooby-Doo was more of lighter subject. So Scooby-Doo would be like, "Look, I captured you," but Courage would be like, "But I killed you."
Right.
I don't think Scooby-Doo is even that smart. Like when you watch the show, they always catch the criminal by accident.
Oh yeah.
Like I think Courage would just kill him.
Scooby-Doo can't get no respect.
No, not even from the creators of Velma.
They didn't even put him in the thing. They didn't even put him in the show.
No, they didn't. So disrespectful.
I never did watch it. I heard it was bad, and I don't want to watch it.
I watched it so you don't have to.
So disrespectful for you to say something like that.
Thank you, Ambrose. Thank you.
I watched it so you don't have to. I watched it so all of you don't have to. And then all of you were like, hey, I watched it too. And I was like, why'd you do that? I already said I watched it so you don't have to.
I didn't watch all of it. I watched like the first 2 episodes and I was done. I knew.
And then I said I watched Gotham Knights because you guys don't, so you guys don't have to.
No, I'm not watching that.
And then everybody watched Gotham Knights.
I watched the first 3 episodes. I knew that was trash.
Why?
Trash.
And now I'm watching the Robin Hood remake, so you don't have to. And that is a treat. That is a treat.
All right, so. All right.
Next week is going to be Rick from Rick and Morty versus Doctor Who. What are y'all thoughts?
Doctor Who.
I don't watch.
I think Rick got it.
I think Rick got it too. I'd
say Doctor Who.
You got Rick doing all.
Which Doctor?
The good one.
I would assume the current one. I would assume.
Well, David Tennant in 2 weeks is going to become current again. So David Tennant would win all. He is supposed to be the
Rick got it.
Still got to go with Rick, man. Cause not only does Rick hold his thing down, but you can catch him on YouTube playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah,
I
I
gotta
don't
get
know.
around to watching those.
He's not watching the Gauntlet though.
Shame on Rick for not watching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
F Rick.
Shame on Rick.
But, I mean,
Shame
Rick is. I mean, there's been different versions of Rick who's died, but Rick dies. Like, where the Doctor always finds a way to basically cheat death.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Timey-wimey.
I still got Rick though.
Yeah. All right, next up, let's talk about the end of season 2 of Loki. Anybody see the finale?
No, Tyler can take this one.
The glorious purpose.
Glorious purpose.
I don't know
What's
what
up,
you have to
Andrew?
say other than it's fun and it's enjoyable. I don't know if you want me to get too deep into it. If you want to put spoiler warning.
Hey, how you doing, man? What's going on with you, Andrew? How you doing? Yes, I will do that right now, so Mr. David Gramini will not destroy me.
Have that ready for when we talk about Doom Patrol too.
Okay.
Oh gosh, yeah, I'm not ready for. I'm not caught up with that, but that's okay. I'll get caught up eventually. No, Loki was the last 2 episodes were a little bit like I don't want to say Inception-y, but kind of just like really trying to be messing with your mind a little bit as Loki's trying to discover more of like what his journey and his path is. I will jokingly say that they do end it in a way that I guess Marvel's definitely looking at, wondering what their future of Kang looks like, and they ended it in a way where they're like, well, maybe Kang might not come back.
Wow.
You know, because they again, since Kang can come back in different reincarnations, it could come back, but at the same time, the incarnation that we're dealing with for season 2, which is Victor
Bring him
Timely.
back as Jada Pinkett.
But the Victor Timely character is technically been erased, so we won't have that variant anymore, which again I think is their way of nodding like, well, it's 50-50, we're gonna see Kang again. But I will jokingly say that I guess at this point there's Loki not being seen as like the most important hero, I guess, in the Marvel universe now.
I wouldn't say he's so far. I haven't watched the show, but I wouldn't go so far as to call Loki a hero. I'd say maybe at this point he's an anti-villain.
Well, the problem is if you watch the last episode, that's why you have to say the word hero. Because of what he does.
Okay.
I don't know
All right.
I don't know if anyone wants me to say that or not.
I have to catch up on the series. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So go ahead. Do your thing.
Do you want me to say it or I know we.
I don't care. I don't care about spoilers. I'm going to watch it either way. So go ahead.
Basically, at the very end, they're needing to save the multiverse because it's getting ready to explode. Nothing. The TVA can't like take it on and handle it. It's going to end. So he travels back in time to talk to He Who Remains, who they killed in season 1, and he's like, "Hey, so like, what do I do? How do I save the universe? How do I save TVA? What do I do?" And he basically tells them like, "You can't. It's not going to happen. You either need to let me be me and rule the universe, or everything dies without me. That's just how it's going to work." And he decides, he's talking with his friends throughout both episodes, like, "Hey, do I just do this and control everything?" And everyone kind of is very upset with that because she's like, "That you're taking free will out of people's hands." And so that's her whole big deal of like, don't take free will from people. And so ultimately Loki decides to sacrifice himself to turn himself into the center of the cosmos and the multiverse, to put all of his energy into it, and he holds it together. Like he sits in his throne and makes the world tree. And he becomes the world tree and becomes the branches of the multiverse.
All right. Now, I think I'm jinxing franchises because I write a piece in defense of Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller makes me look really bad when I write that piece.
Yeah.
I write a piece defending Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors is facing a year in prison. How Ezra Miller isn't facing a year in prison is a mystery to me, but that's
Yeah.
Wait, Jonathan Majors
that's
facing
the
here in
point.
prison?
But who do you Kang really, in my opinion, as someone that's read comics for years, really isn't that strong a villain anyway. So could Marvel use this as an excuse since they're dealing with the cosmos and all this? Maybe you bring Doctor Doom in, maybe you bring Galactus in.
Dr. Doom and
Usher
Galactus
in
were both
Fantastic
rumored to take
Four.
his spot. Yeah, Dr. Doom and Galactus were both rumored to take his place.
That would be the good route because you
But-
have to bring the Fantastic Four in eventually, and this is a good path going forward.
Well, so there's two or three things I could say with that. One is, yes, there's a lot of hints online to bringing Doom, and since we already know Fantastic Four slated to be upcoming, so Doom would be would swing in and basically wipe out the Council of Kings, and then you just focus on Doom.
Yep.
That is one path or journey, but at the same time, knowing that there's other variants of Kang, you can easily have a different actor play him because also Kang is one of the few people that has direct ties to the Fantastic Four as Iron Lad. And you can do stuff there.
I just think it was kind of. I mean, the fact that they introduced the Kree, the Skrull, and Kang, before they even introduced any of the, major Fantastic Four, the Fantastic Four themselves. I mean, I understand the Kree and the Skrull because of Captain Marvel.
I get it. You want
with that too, so I can give that one a pass. But to bring a major Fantastic Four villain in, and it's Kang, Kang's the line. It should have been Doom or Galactus.
Was a Cap villain too.
He's what?
Kang was also very much a Captain America villain too, and he hasn't touched that at all here.
Yeah, that's true. I associate him with the Fantastic Four more, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Kang.
Well, I mean, I just can't take Kang seriously because of that one issue where he steals the little girl's lemonade. Like, there's an issue where he literally walks up to a lemonade stand, grabs the lemonade, and runs off. And she's like, "Hey, Mister, you owe me 10 cents." And he's like, "Lemonade."
Did you ever read the Thanos storyline of him torturing that one kid every year on his birthday?
Damn.
Yeah, I can't remember which issue it was, but there was an issue diving into Thanos stuff, and for some reason Thanos just decides that he's going to torture this kid. So every year on his birthday, he shows up and fucks up his life just for fun. And he'll show up, and I think one year he's like, "What are you going to do to me this year?" He's like, "I killed your cat. Bye." Just
he just Skeletored him.
Yeah,
killed your cat.
I'll have to look for it, but yeah, legit. There's another one where I think because he would show up every year on this kid's birthday, and I remember the kid shows up for work, and Thanos is there, and he's like, "What happened?" And Thanos is like, "I got you fired. Bye," and leave.
Damn, Thanos is like a low rent Reverse Flash.
I'll have to find it and show it to you, but it's freaking hilarious. Thanos is just like, "What? Why?"
All right, you guys, let's go ahead and move on from Loki over to unless will you finish, Ty? I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah, no, that's unless anyone has questions. That's good. Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's go ahead and move into our Spider-Man 2 review.
Yes.
Shall go ahead and get into that review for us.
So, all right. First off, some highlights of the game. There's going to be some spoilers here, so I'm going to try to keep stuff to myself, but there's going to be some spoilers.
Wait a minute, hold on. For you, Mr. David Gramillion is not coming after me. Nope. Go ahead, Sean.
All right. So, first off, the L1 button, very important. So, if your hands are a little messed up, understand that. You definitely need to be pressing the L1 button at some point.
Man, we got to be left-handed?
Yeah, the L1 button is the parry button, and you're going to need that.
Man, you got to. It's just that. Come on, you've
I
been
say
doing
this
this
with
long
my
enough.
hands because my left hand's a little messed up, so that kind of was the issue that came up for me.
Oh no, I was just talking to Will. I didn't know you had a messed up.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. So
I didn't know. I wasn't. Yeah, sorry.
Also, good news and bad news. Good news: the bosses have life bars. Bad news: they have a lot of life bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is it bad? I'm playing Gotham Knights right now.
No,
and
it takes a minute to, but yeah, it's not bad.
And when I fight Mr. Freeze, it's like I'll barrage him with shots and throw like momentum attacks at him, and then it's like flip.
I mean, these parts like are a lot more fast paced than the Mr. Freeze fight.
Oh yeah, good. Okay, because that fight's about to make me quit that game.
Well, there's cutscenes that make you like you'll get them down all the way to the end of their health. Then there'll be a cutscene, and you go back, and their health's all the way back up again.
Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah.
That's jacked up.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Yeah, I finished the game in a week, but I did have to cheat a little bit to get all the spider bots. I had to, half of them I need to download a picture, and for the last
now we can't put you in the Hall of Fame, Shaw.
Whatever.
You done cheated, man.
It's all started because my arthritis kicked in. Anyway, now highlights of the game. The very beginning, you get to face Sandman, one of the best sequences in the game, one of the best openings to a Spider-Man game. Let's see, there's a Black Cat area, which is a highlight for a reason. I'm not going to say why. It's
ooh, scandalous.
Yeah, it's a big surprise, but it's a really cool scene, really cool shot. Okay, big spoiler right now. The one thing we all hoped for this game, the one thing we wanted for this game that we didn't even think would actually happen, happens. You get to play as Venom.
Yeah. That was
you get to play as who?
Venom.
It is fucking awesome. It's not like a 5-second thing too. It's like a good good chunk that you get.
Yeah.
Oh, so that teaser wasn't like you're fighting Venom. You actually get to play as him.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah, you get to fight as him and fight against him and fight as him. Yeah, it's yeah.
It all ends in a fight where you get the funniest moment, and you'll know it when you see it, followed by the most brutal moment.
What about the other symbiote teases in there? You want to talk about those?
What happened?
You want to talk about the other two symbiotes that are teased?
Well, okay. Yeah, we'll get to the main one,
Okay.
but the other one, the earlier one, I'm not going to talk about. You can find out when you play the game because I don't want to spoil that one.
Okay. Yep, no worries.
Okay. So, yeah. There's one suit in the game that was spoiled for me because of the internet for a second, but I had forgotten about it until we actually got to it. But it's a suit that
Thanks for the support, Andrew.
Appreciate you, Andrew.
Yeah. All right. Also, the suits are all aesthetic. There's no like suits or powers or anything. They're all aesthetic. But there's a lot of good ones. I think there's some depending on your choice, your taste. Like what you call it? The anti-ox suit is there, but there's also the variants of different colors. Different like there's one from Mysterio that you get, a Mysterio suit, and like the Mysterio suit is normally not bad, but there is one version of it that looks like the White Ranger.
Yep,
really cool. You see it on the internet. It's really good. But yeah, there's a lot of good ones there. All right, now at the end of the game, the stuff for the future. We got a bunch of stuff reveals. Harry's in a coma, and Norman has the serum, so he's probably going to become what you call it soon. He also goes to see Doc Ock, so he has plans as well. So I'm thinking we're going to get Green Goblin and the Superior Spider-Man probably.
So with the suits, backtracking on the suits, are the suits cosmetic or do they each have their own skill set?
They're cosmetic. They're all mostly cosmetic. The only different changes is like two of them are the Spider-Verse suits. So you get those.
Oh yeah, those are so cool. The Spider-Verse suits.
Yeah, and you have the symbiote suit, which has its own stuff, kind of. So yeah, they're all aesthetic.
Gotcha.
Let's see. We're introduced to Sydney Moon, aka Silk, but she's going to be younger. So how that's going to be good.
So from the comics,
yeah, that's probably going to be a part of a potential Miles Morales game, potentially. We also got a Carnage tease, which yes, I'm assuming we'll get that as a part of the DLC. If we get a DLC.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Chameleon, he was introduced, so probably see him at some point. Maybe also part of DLC, maybe. So
now,
yeah, a lot to look
I
forward.
was reading that Wolverine might be involved in this.
We got a Wolverine suit for Miles, and we know Wolverine is going to be the Wolverine game that we're getting is going to be in connection to the Spider-Man games. Like it's going to be in the same universe.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, so we got potential DLC, potential Miles Morales game, and a potential Spider-Man 3, which we know we're definitely going to get. And maybe a Venom game, because that's definitely been talked about, which would definitely be cool to see. Probably get Flash Thompson, do the whole Age of Venom thing with the potential of being regular Venom at the same time, because that's kind of part of the story.
I mean, Sony's primed to release Venom 3, so I mean, I'm sure that a Venom game is being kicked around the studio.
Yeah, it's definitely been talked about. So yeah,
Shaw. Now I have a question, and I'm trying to make sure I phrase this correctly without being too direct with the spoiler stuff.
Mhm.
But do you think that they are even attempting, or at least the thought is going down the road to talk about Null? Because that's what I got.
maybe. I mean, maybe because I mean they have started.
It'd be a big swing.
They started the Venom stuff since the very beginning, so maybe they could be doing that. I mean, with the whole Rock thing. I mean,
Well, just the imagery that the Rock and Venom show Harry when they're trying to cover the world. I'm like, that was 100% Noel's thing.
yeah. I mean,
And Harry and Norman Osborn are in this game.
yes.
Yep.
Harry has
Well,
a really big part.
I'm one of the few people that liked Hobgoblins, so what are the chances that we see Hobgoblin come in?
No Hobgoblin. We will probably see Green Goblin.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised, though, if the Green Goblin becomes a combination of Goblin and Hob, because I don't know. Because how they're combining some of the stuff and how they're slightly tweaking the characters for the Insomniac universe.
I don't know how I'd feel about that. I think they'll lay off that because Green Goblin's iconic. You can't amalgamize him.
Well, I'm not saying that they'll make the name Hob, like they'll keep the name Green Goblin, but I could see it. In the past, Green Goblin has typically been a mask or something that they've worn, and in the, I don't know. From rumors online, and of course in the game, he does bring up like, oh, get the G serum ready.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it morphs him into well, I guess is it the Ultimate Universe where we have Green Goblin turns into an actual goblin monster?
I mean, Hobgoblin was a mask too.
Maybe I am thinking of just the Ultimate Universe because one of the
You're thinking of the Ultimate Universe
I don't think
because Hobgoblin has been three different people. Most notably, it was Harry Osborn, Norman's son.
Harry was never Hob. He was always green.
Yeah.
No,
Harry were Green Goblin. Hobgoblin was some dumb rich guy.
oh yeah, it was the rich. I thought there were different Hobgoblins. Okay, my fault.
There were different Green Goblins.
Yeah.
As far as I know, I think there's like 5 or 6.
Hobgoblin was a crook.
Yeah. Hobgoblin
He stole the tech from Norman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you got Gold Goblin.
Yep.
Yeah, that did happen at once. And also,
That was kind of fun.
Demon Goblin happened at one point.
Well, the Red Goblin stuff, which I don't care about, has happened too.
Harry Osborn was Hobgoblin.
Mm-hmm.
He killed Roderick Kingsley.
Wasn't there someone else, like one of Peter's friends became Hobgoblin?
So far, the alter egos are as listed: Ned Leeds, Roderick
Yeah,
Kingsley, Lefty Donovan, Jason McIndale, Robin Bourne, Harry Osborn, Daniel Kingsley, Phil Urich, and some guy named Claude.
Well, that was that was the joke they were making at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home when he's like, Ned's like, I promise I'm never going to come against you. And all the other Peter Parker's like, I had a best friend. He tried to kill me. Ned's like, I promise I'm never going to do that. And people are like, Hobgoblin.
All right, Shaw, is there anything else you want to go over with the review?
No, I think that's it.
All right, cool.
All right.
Damn, Shaw, stop making good reviews, man. You're making me wish I had money.
All right,
I'm waiting for it to hit PC is what I'm waiting on.
I don't think it's going. Well, I don't know.
It might not.
I have the benefit of waiting 2 years for it to hit PS Gold or PS Plus.
We'll see. We'll see.
Or before they change the
also-
name in few
Oh, wait, I gotta.
PlayStation Premium Plus Gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. The free games.
Yeah. Also, there was this controversy about the Puerto Rican flag being switched with the Cuban flag, which is funny because they actually have a Puerto Rican flag spider suit in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why was there controversy though? Both groups are prominent in New York. I don't understand why.
Because the flag was supposed to be the Puerto Rican flag at that spot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why.
I got you.
All right. Next up, it's rumored that Marvel's What If Season 2 will be released in December. What are y'all thoughts?
That's awesome.
It's awesome. It's awesome, but is some of it filmed already? Because that's a quick turnaround after a strike.
Nice.
Yeah, it's animated, so it's already done.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then cool.
Yeah, What If was always animated. Yep. Yeah. All right, real quick, Diamond, I want to know if you have any video game news you can catch us up on. Yeah.
So Rockstar announced that next month, during its 25th anniversary, they're going to release the first trailer for GTA 6.
Okay.
I hate trailers.
And Take-Two.
Is there going to be a teaser for 2026 or 2028?
I mean, why do we have trailers for trailers now? It's like, ooh, no, that was the first trailer. You got to wait for the second trailer.
It was teaser one.
Why? Stop it.
Build up hype. With like 5 different trailers coming out and postponing each game each year. So
yes, you gotta build the hype. Yes.
So exactly. Also, just for them to like postpone the game for like 10 more years.
I think the reason why is because when Watch Dogs trailer came out, I was like, oh man, this game looks awesome. And then like you're playing it, you're like, this game looks nothing like the trailer.
You gotta look for that cinematic trailer in the corner of the screen.
This game is just GTA with hackers.
Pretty much.
No. Or there's like paywall behind everything. So I don't want to pay for this.
Oh yeah.
What else did I get? It's not hold on. What is it? So canceled PS2 Daredevil game is now playable 20 years later.
Yeah.
Dang, I need to find that.
So a game that was not good enough for the PS2, they decided to release now.
Mm-hmm.
When it's going to be on HD and the PS5 and probably look even worse.
It's going to look like, what's it called? Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 in 1. It's like, oh my gosh.
They should have just made a special Wii copy. The last game ever released for the Wii.
The last game ever for the Wii.
They should have just released it on Switch.
It's going to have them Tomb Raider curves.
The blocky curve.
Yeah, Tyler, I gotta say that's a smooth profile pic, man. You look like you're about to ink a deal for somebody.
Hey,
you look like you're about to sign somebody to a lucrative contract, and then go do some cocaine.
Well, I do work in advertising, so if you've seen Mad Men, I mean,
it's like one photo off from Vince McMahon.
I said he looked respectable, not like Vince McMahon. That's just mean.
Yeah, what Vince McMahon did to WWE is mean. So
yeah, true.
So Take-Two CEO says GTA 6 is completely protected from delays if voice actors strike. Voice acting negotiations are going to happen next week and are expecting them to not really disrupt too many things.
Of course they do.
Okay. Ooh.
Well, I mean, thing is, this is where the industry cannibalizes itself. Or like the poor voice actors, because they're always like the last in line, and they're like, "We're going on strike," and they're like, "Okay, the actors just came off strike, so we'll just sign some of them."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully
also,
not, yeah.
I hope that they don't like try to like screw over the voice actors.
They already like the voice actors, and believe me, I love voice actors, but the voice actors have been screwed over for years.
Mm-hmm.
Remember those old Disney movies you used to watch, and it was like all these voice actors, and they were just voice actors, and now it's like, oh, they got Chris Pratt in this Disney movie, and they just like looked over all these other voice actors with like huge resumes that are awesome just to get the draw.
Right.
It's like if you're not Tara Strong or what's her name, Gray Delise, then you ain't getting like any roles like that.
Or what's her name?
Bryce Papenbrook? What?
No, it's a girl. She was in the show Californication. She voiced Bobby Hill. Pamela Adbon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Didn't Tara Strong just get fired from her project?
Yeah, she discussed issues I don't want to bring into the geek world, and someone let her go.
So Sony confirms it's delayed half of its 12 planned live service games, with the company wanting to ensure that these games are enjoyed and liked by gamers for a long time. Of the 12 games, only 6 have been delayed.
Okay.
Enjoyed as long as we keep giving them money. That's what they want.
Oh, yeah.
Also, WB doesn't care if you hate Suicide Squad. It's doing more live service.
God.
I mean, I'm shocked. The studio isn't listening to the fans. I mean, has that ever happened before? Oh, I mean, we've only gotten She-Hulk and Agatha Coven of Darkness before a freaking fantastic movie. Let it go, John. Let it go. Let it go.
You careful there. My girl's going to be coming out in that, so careful.
What you talking about?
You don't know who's going to be in Agatha? Who's going to be in it?
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's any more or less that I don't know. It's so much that I really just don't give a shit.
I don't know who he's talking about. Who you talking about?
Of course, I see her face. Let me pull it up right now because all of a sudden I can't say her name. She was in Parks and Recs.
Amy Poehler?
No.
Is it Audrey?
Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's gonna be in
okay.
it, and I'm like,
I'm shocked. Marvel hired another sarcastic, monotone girl.
Hey,
to be in one of their projects. Oh my god, I'm gonna have a heart attack.
This makes what, the fourth actor from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World in the MCU now? Okay.
I mean, she's like the second actor to be from Parks and Rec, so it's like
yeah.
How did we get an Agatha series before? We've had X-Men and Fantastic Four since 2019 just sitting there. And we're on a show that's a spinoff of another show that was like okay.
WandaVision was more than okay.
WandaVision was really good.
Mm-hmm. But there's like
let it go. Let it go.
Like dumpster
Go to your
fire.
happy place. Go to your happy place.
So, also, Nintendo denies briefing developers on Switch 2 and dismisses multi-screen patent, with President claims company didn't brief Activision on its next-gen console plans.
Oh, Nintendo denied something that we're going to find out about 1 year later.
It's all fits. It's real.
Like if the video game industry was a space station, like the International Space Station has like all the countries, and then apparently Russia has a wing that no one's allowed in, and they just do like whatever they want to do in that wing. So like, if that was the video game industry, it'd be like Sony and Xbox, like, yeah, man, let's collaborate on this. We're gonna release some games. You got these exclusives, we got these exclusives, and Nintendo's like peeking out from behind the door, like, no.
They got Mario. Kind
of like the Rockstar effect is like, oh, it's like GTA 6 is coming. No, it's not. And then like 10 years later, GTA 6 is coming. It's like on its way, but it's not here yet.
Oh, that's because GTA 5 got what? Like, that was like the Street Fighter 2 of this generation. How many updates did GTA 5 get?
One too many to count. It's been 10 years. So
yeah, and they're still updating the game.
Gotta be a lot.
If it makes money, that's what they're gonna keep doing.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, from a business perspective, I think they can even hold off because people are still playing GTA 5. I think they can hold off for another year on GTA 6.
As long as there's like kids
Well, for
purchasing
another
shark
decade,
cards
they
and
wanna
the
do.
GTA Plus thing, then they're set for life.
I would like to see GTA 5 release that Wii U version they have in the storeroom.
Like, nah, it's not ready yet. Like, let it cook.
Let it cook. They have like a prototype for a Wii U game, but obviously the Wii U failed, so they didn't ever go through with it. But
I'm just waiting for them to release Bully 2. Like, just release that already.
I like the first. I like the first Bully.
Or release Manhunt 3 or something.
Yeah, but the first Bully was good.
Mm-hmm.
Or another Splinter Cell Blacklist.
Mm-hmm. Also, Valve reveals that the Steam Deck OLED would be $549, by better screen, better battery, and more.
I know they.
I still don't understand Steam. I've never played it. Apparently, what is it, like a PC meets console?
Kinda. It's it's more of like a shop type of thing.
Like a service.
Yeah. You just like buy any game you want, basically, that's available on PC. You can just play it on there.
Steam's an online library for gaming. There is a Steam machine, which is their console. That's your PC meets console, I guess. But
I mean, I like video games, but that's where it gets way too convoluted for me. I'll either play it on my computer or I'll play it on my PlayStation. I don't.
The Steam is I do wish I had like a really good PC, because Steam is always doing like super great deals on their PC games all the time. And then I don't know. I'm not entirely sure why it wasn't successful, because the concept was smart. Was the Steam machines were kind of a cool idea, because it was like, hey, do you like playing your game on your PC? Yeah. Well, what if we could find a way to stream that same power from your PC, but put it onto your like new 4K TV? And
I think Google ruined that for them, because Google tried that with Stadia, and everyone was like, "What the fuck is this thing?"
This was long before Stadia. The Steam machines were long before that, and somehow
were they? Okay, then I don't know what I'm talking.
I know the people who owned them loved them, but for some reason, I don't know, it just didn't take off the way they wanted them to, and so Steam machines became obsolete.
Right. What else you got?
One more thing, Autumn. Have you heard anything? Because again, I'm broke. I really wanted to get RoboCop Rogue City at launch, but being broke with a toddler, I have to make decisions. So, have you heard anything about it? Good game, bad game?
I heard it was an okay game. I haven't played it, or I've like heard reviews. It's a really good game.
I think it's on. I'm not sure. I was gonna check either tonight or tomorrow. I was actually gonna check to see if it was on Game Pass, because someone said it was.
Oh wow!
Oh, look at me with my Xbox and the Game Pass.
Hey, if it's on there, I might as well. I'm paying $16 a month. I might as well play it. Like,
go back to your PlayStation 5, peasant.
Oh damn!
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why you're mad.
It's like, because you have money and I don't. Basically,
you have money and I don't.
I'm stuck on Gotham Knights.
I have Gotham.
Your fault.
Just passing the time until I can afford a new damn video game.
What console do you have, Ambrose?
PS5.
Well, do you want me to share my login so you can log in and play Spider-Man 2 on your PS5?
No, that's quite all right. I appreciate the offer.
I'll let you, just for you.
I'll take you up on that offer later, but I actually do have a lot of games in my queue I got to clear up.
I think you're too good for my games. Let's see how it is. Okay.
Yeah.
like,
go PlayStation your ex-boner.
I mean,
all right, Donna, what else you got?
So, Overwatch style shooter Star Wars Hunters delayed again. It's supposed to be delayed till 2024.
Probably 2026, most likely.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Red leaks reveals important new details. That there will be a wide range of new gameplay mechanics that were leaked by Jonathan on his video. Grapple hooks tools like Sekiro and Ghost of Tsushima. Different stances with the ability to go prone and crawl through grass. Better stealth. NPCs can defend themselves a lot better than ever. There will be features that will allow players to recruit certain enemies to function as spies. And Naoi, the female protagonist, will wield a kunai, shuriken, smoke bombs, and bells, likely suggesting she'll be a much more agile, stealthier character than Yasuke, who historically is reported to being strong, even being adept at sumo wrestling.
Okay, Assassin's Creed already had a lot of those things in the good games. And this is one of those things where, like, they released the good games, and then we hit Unity, and the game sucked.
And then we hit Syndicate.
And now it's like, let's bring back. No, which one was the one where they were in France, and I kept getting stuck in a wall?
I think that was like Syndicate. Either Syndicate or Unity.
That was Unity. Unity was the one with Napoleon, and yeah.
Syndicate was England.
Yeah, Syndicate was England, and you had the steampunk thing going.
The brother and sister duo.
Yeah, and that was where you could recruit. And Syndicate was all right. They need to just get back to basics with that game. They got to stop trying to retool it. They had a really good thing going.
It's basically like why break or why fix was not broken.
Yeah, like why fix was not broken, and they had all that stuff in the earlier games. And this is one of those things where, like, why the video game industry is so sleazy. Because it's like, okay, we haven't used any of these things for a while, so just put them back in and say it's new. And no one will ask questions. They'll just hand you the $80.
I mean, if it works for like Rockstar and GTA, it could work for this.
It works for Madden.
Yeah.
The thing I would say though about, and this is going to be an unpopular opinion for me.
I'm shocked. I'm going to disagree with you. Go on.
Assassin's Creed is one of those games, and I've played a handful of them, and I think the concept is really, really cool and really awesome. But the problem is the games got repetitive very quickly, and what the first brush of fresh, like the first time they changed anything which took off really well for them was Black Flag. That changed things a little bit for them, and so they thought, oh well, let's keep changing things. And unfortunately, some of the even if we like the more classical games, the games that they've done the most like changes to, like Odyssey, or you could even take what was right before Odyssey, Origins. These ones are considered like some of the more popular games in the franchise. These are the ones taking the big, drastic, different changes from the original game.
But what I liked about Assassin's Creed, because I'm a history buff, like I love reading about history, and I love the early games because it's like, you know, you're in Philadelphia and you're talking to Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah,
and you're in even the fucking shitty Unity game. It's like, wow, that's Napoleon, and it's like these are things that are happening, you know, and you're playing as a part of history. And then they got really, like, for lack of a better word, mystical.
Yeah, made them
like mystical. I mean, I hope that's the right adjective. I'm searching for it, and it just kind of lost me, because it's like the whole thing about the games was, it's like it's the same thing with Sniper Elite. It's like, I like the games because I'm a history buff, and it's like, oh man, I'm getting to play the Italian campaign. This is awesome. But like, if Sniper Elite took the route that Assassin's Creed did, it would be like, all right, you're in the year 2025, and you know, cyborgs are fighting space people.
So basically,
you're fighting
and oh yeah, and there's no guns. Then why am I a sniper?
You're the elite.
Who'd be able to snipe without a gun?
All I wanted to do was shoot Hitler.
Hey. All right, Dan, what else you got, if anything?
That's all I had.
All right, appreciate you. Thank you so much. Charlie, we'll go ahead and pick it back up.
All right, next up, we got some changes for the release dates for a lot of Marvel movies. First up, Daredevil 3 will be released in July 26th. We got some pictures to talk about that, though. First,
Deadpool 3 or Daredevil 3?
Deadpool.
Deadpool. Okay.
Yeah, I heard Daredevil as well. I was like, wait, what?
All right, pick one and pick two.
Dogpool.
Oh,
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, they had an
This
actor strike,
might
so they had to get
be.
something.
This might confirm a theory I didn't want to unleash until now. I think Ryan Reynolds is crazy and he's going to do it. And I think he's going to do the Deadpool core. I think the Deadpool core is going to be the fourth Deadpool movie.
Nice.
Well,
Because Dogpool is involved. All we need is Headpool, Kidpool, and Lady Deathpool, and we're good.
Is it going to be Deadpool core as a movie, or is it going to be the same way X-Force was 5 seconds?
We'll see. I mean, maybe. I mean, we still don't know a lot that's happening in it.
I mean, I think Ryan Reynolds has enough juice, and he has enough passion to do it. And I love a Deadpool core movie. I would love it. Oh my God, do it.
Yeah. All right. The rest of the release dates for the next movies: Captain America: New Order will be February 14th, 2024. Thunderbolts will be July 25th, 2025.
Is that confirmed?
Yeah.
Have they finished shooting those?
I don't know if they're finished shooting them, but these are the confirmed move dates.
Okay.
It's like 2025. I assume they're probably still working on them.
Oh, 2025 is 2024 is right around the corner though. That's kind of dicey with the strike.
Yeah.
Well, no, he said he changed it to 2025. It's not 2024. They moved it to 2025.
Oh, okay. I misheard. Okay.
Yeah. Cap, Thunderbolts, and Blade are all going to be in 2025.
And Blade is having massive problems. So that might not even be them.
Yeah.
That poor guy might walk, and he deserves better.
Wait, what's going on with Blade?
Yeah.
What's not going on with that movie? Oh God.
Director and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. To start, like it goes back like 2 years ago. To start, they started filming with a screenplay that was like 100 pages long, so it was incomplete. So they stopped. They hired new writers. The new writers sucked. They stopped. They hired more new writers. The other new writers sucked. They stopped. Then activist writers came on. Guess what happened? They sucked. It stopped. And now they're at square one again.
Yeah.
So they announced he was going to be Blade, like 6 years ago? 5-6 years ago? This dude has been on the hook for this long. I'm sure he's like,
I mean, I give this guy all the credit in the world for sticking to this project. And I mean, if he doesn't do a good job, that's on him. But he's dedicated. Jesus. At this point, I'm surprised he hasn't become Blade. Like, I go into New York City, and I'm surprised this guy hasn't attacked me yet. You're like, I'm Blade, bitch. Stab you with a sword.
No.
I'm Daywalker.
Break yourself. It's Blade.
All right, so what else we got?
All right. Next, let's talk about Doom Patrol. I believe you guys want to talk about the finale.
Am I going to have to take the floor on this? Cat's not with me.
You got to take the floor.
Okay. Ty, did you watch it?
I'm a whole season and a half behind, so no.
Do you care about the spoilers?
No, you can go ahead. I'll probably forget by the time I get caught up.
Ring the bell.
All right, David Grimmy, and they getting me.
One of the best series finales I've ever seen. Great, fantastic. The show started off. You had all these flawed characters. They came in. They're all trying to find their way in the world, and and to go back, rewinding. I thought it was going to be a traditional Doom Patrol episode. They were going to end it like that and just go out giving a middle finger to the company for canceling them. And they gave us a really, really deep, heartfelt, sentimental, just awesome series finale. Everybody found peace in one way or another. And without spoiling it, because I know you said you don't care, Ty, but I'm just not going to spoil it. We entered the series through Mr. Robot's eyes, and we leave the series through Mr. Robot's eyes. And I want to talk about it at great length, but you haven't watched it, and I want you to watch it for yourself. And I honestly, as a flawed character myself, I watched it, and I'm not ashamed to say I shed a tear or two. It was a really, really fucking just good, well written, well executed, great way to end a series. And with the streaming era, it probably won't pop up in the conversation, but in my opinion, it should come up in the conversation for best series finale of all time.
That makes me excited. Want me to jump back into Doom Patrol, so I'm looking forward to it then.
Yeah,
the last couple episodes.
You watched it, Shaw?
Oh no, I haven't seen. I've stopped caring about the past like 2-3 episodes.
That's how I felt with Titans. But yeah, no, the final episode. The only thing I'll say is there was a little bit less fan service than I would have liked. Like I would have liked to have seen what happened with Danny on the street, Danny the Street.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of left that. They kind of left that in the lurch. There were a couple of characters where it's like, oh, what about? But as a whole, with the core cast, they tied up all the loose ends. Everything was wrapped up in a nice, sentimental, really, really fucking emotional little bow. So yeah, give it a watch, finish it up, and let me know what you think when you watch it.
Did Beast Boy come back at all or not? Just out of curiosity.
Did who?
Beast Boy.
That was Titans.
No, I know, but so Beast Boy was introduced as he was in Doom Patrol. And
He was referenced. He never came back.
Okay, I was just curious because when he comes in Titans is when they find him at the Doom Patrol mansion, and
no. Titans cross promoted a lot more than Doom Patrol did. He was referenced like briefly. If you blink, you'll miss it, but it won't matter.
Okay, no, I was just curious if he came back or not.
Yeah. All right. Now, I believe you wanted to talk about some sort of Coyote versus Acme.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. Warner Brothers. The gift that keeps on giving for a writer for geek culture. Warner Brothers has canceled the John Cena project titled Coyote versus Acme, in which Wile E. Coyote sues the Acme industry for faulty marketing and faulty products. And it was 100% complete. And for the third time this year, Warner Brothers has shelved the project and taken a tax write-off. So I'm wondering what the hell is going on at Warner Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I just wonder how they can do that. I just find that it's so messed up that they can do that.
I feel like they should have just like released it on like on the Max or something. Just like throw that shit on there and see
See what it does.
I mean, because I have it written down. Let me look at the numbers. You got Batgirl, which we all know was canceled because I made fun of that mercilessly. $90 million. The Coyote versus Acme, $70 million. And then the Scoob, I think it was a Christmas movie, but it was the second Scoob. There's a Scoob franchise for Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I heard that one got leaked online, though.
They iced that. That was $40 million. So Warner Brothers is playing the restaurant game. They iced $200 million worth of product And they really hate Scooby-Doo because they killed a $40 million Scooby-Doo movie, but let Velma happen. So I want to see how bad these movies are if they let Velma happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, they let the Flash happen, but not back. It's not Supergirl or Batgirl, or whatever, or Batwoman, whatever the movie was. Yeah,
Batgirl.
Yeah,
Batgirl was $90 million. Coyote vs. Acme, $70 million. That's $160 million. Then $40 million for Scoop. So $200 million worth of product was written off for taxes. And I'm wondering, because I think out of all of us, the only one that is old enough to know this reference is Will. And I don't think any of you have seen The Producers unless you're cinephiles.
I am familiar.
No.
Yeah. And I'm wondering, because I don't know Hollywood accounting, so I can't find. I'm looking for a rhyme to the reason on this, and I'm really thinking like Warner Brothers.
Maybe they don't want like another.
Warner Brothers wanted the strike to continue because Warner Brothers saved hundreds of millions of dollars by not having to promote material. Mm-hmm. They saved themselves a lot of money. They canceled projects and didn't have to advertise. They were like the one studio that was like, keep it going. I don't give a shit. Like, let them keep negotiating. I don't want to agree to anything. We just saved $300 million last week. So I don't know if it's like Hollywood accounting and they're making money off of these failures and they're just shelving them and taking the tax write-off.
Right.
But it's really strange because the only company that has come close to doing what Warner is doing right now is Disney, because they were going to shelve Echo. But Echo got saved because Disney had nothing in the can after the strike.
Right.
So Disney was forced to put Echo out. So it's a really curious case, and like it's one of those things where it's like I want to write about it, but I don't even know where to start because I don't know anything about accounting. I don't know what the reason is behind this. Like I have to get a financial, and I can't afford to pay a financial analyst because I don't have any fucking money.
Right.
So, like, right. I mean, it would be a really good piece, and people would probably read it. But it's like I don't know where to start on it. It's very interesting because it's like Warner is spending money to save money. Mm-hmm. At this point, it looks like.
I feel like maybe they don't want to take any more risk. Like after what happened with Space Jam's New Legacy type thing, they were like cashing on nostalgia purposes, and that movie itself like bombed, even though it was like an okay like cash grab.
It wasn't okay. It wasn't even in space, and it didn't have Michael Jordan.
Okay. It had LeBron James. It had the next best thing.
Yes. It was the RC Cola of Space Jam movies.
That's giving it too much credit, even saying that.
Actually, yeah, I love RC Cola. Yeah. It was like the Shasta of Space Jam movies.
It was the Buble. That's what it was. It was the carbonated water.
It was the what's it called? Soda Stream of Space Jam movies.
Oh God.
All right, you guys, let's go ahead and move on. I know, Ty, you want to get us caught up in the world of comics, so go ahead and get us caught up, my friend.
Ooh, who's going to prom this week, Ty?
Well, there is so much going on in the comic stuff, and I wrote down a couple cool condensed just so that like we can just talk about a couple of key things that I think are really cool right now. There's a lot still going up with the Fall of X, and that's almost wrapped up. I've read probably 3/4 of it. I can tell you half of it doesn't matter. But I will say I'll start with there's one storyline that's come out of that has been so much fun, and it is the Uncanny Spider-Man. I have a couple images I sent to Will if he wants to put up maybe one or two of them just to get an idea of what he looks like. I don't know if anyone's familiar.
Yeah, I know. Nightcrawler.
Yes, Nightcrawler. So basically, in the Fall of X, people are hunting mutants, and Nightcrawler decides, well, if I put on a mask, no one will know I'm Nightcrawler.
I'm muting myself.
I'm sorry, but this is a really fun storyline. It also goes down to the issue of like,
this is blasphemy.
why? Why is it blasphemy? Why?
That is not Spider-Man.
Well, okay. So the reason why he's doing this is because, again, in the universe, he goes up to Peter Parker and he's like, "Hey, the mutants are being hunted. I need to lay low." And so Spider-Man loans him an old Spider-Man costume, and he turns it into his own thing. And it is hilarious because, again, this is a universe.
How does he need to lay low? He can teleport.
Yeah, it was like, how dumb you have to be like, "Hey, I'm Spider-Man, but I have a tail that looks just like Nightcrawler and feet that look just like."
Well, that's kind of the joke in this, and that's kind of something that I don't know if it's necessarily a joke that the writer's putting there, or if that's just something that, like, Jesus, Marvel, have you not figured this out?
Ty, I'm sorry, but this is fucking stupid. It's bad, and the writer should feel bad.
No, because they do a lot of funny jokes with it. They do a lot of cool stuff.
I'm sure I will not find them funny, and I said what I said.
Well, I would just say what they go down to is they deal with this concept that, of course, Marvel keeps falling back on. Oh, we gotta hate mutants. We gotta hate mutants because they're dealing with the race card and that kind of stuff. But it's funny dealing with the Fall of X, where people are like, "Yeah, we hate those mutant people with powers, but we like those other people with powers who aren't mutants." Like, it's just that stupid concept. That
it is stupid.
Yeah,
we got that. So we're tracked somewhere.
But it's really fun. He's like, "Oh, well, I hear Spider-Man, has to have quips," so he's working on quips.
Oh yeah.
He also at one point calls himself Spider-Man, and I still love that so much.
Just let it go, John.
He's like, "I'm Spider-Man."
You could just go on Spooderman and it'll be okay.
And Silver Sable comes into it, and that is a lot of fun.
I swear to fucking God, the manga industry is funding this. The manga industry is filtering this in, and they're funding it to make money.
Silver Sable
they're tanking Marvel and DC. The manga industry is like, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Make Nightcrawler Spider-Man and make him.
You can not like it, but it is probably one of the more fun storylines.
The problem is, it's not just me not liking it, Tyler.
Okay.
It's like everyone not liking it.
Anyway, I'll push past that you don't want to hear Uncanny. Night Thrasher is going to be returning with his own storyline. He hasn't really done anything since the 90s, so they're bringing him into the modern age to do a storyline with them. So
how are they bringing him back?
What?
How are they bringing him back?
I do not know. I literally got released today that he's coming back out.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Speedball killed everyone, so I mean that's kind of a
big... I don't know how. All I know is I saw an image and it said that they're bringing him back, and we don't know how.
Is he going to be a girl?
No, it's the original guy.
Okay.
Yeah. The new Punisher series just came out that is no longer Frank Castle, so this is our first character that's not. I knew you were gonna laugh.
I ain't messing with it, man.
I haven't read it yet. I did pick it up at the store, so I'm gonna read it. But this, I believe, this is the first time anyone has carried the Punisher symbol outside Frank Castle.
I think it is too.
So that could be interesting. We'll see.
I'm sure it won't be interesting.
2099.
Fantastic. Oh, okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, but 2099 was like Ultimate. That was like the first Ultimate, so that I wouldn't really count that. That's a different universe.
Well, originally it was just the future. Originally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm getting cancer.
Okay, go. I think Elektra did it at one point. I think.
I will say Fantastic Four. I'm not a big Fantastic Four reader, but they are pushing hard. Fantastic Four issue number, I think it's issue number 13 that's coming out soon. I don't know if anyone has seen the cover, but it shows Doom is riding a dinosaur that was wearing a Doom mask.
Oh my God. Why are you killing me? Why are you giving me cancer?
I'm not trying.
Why do you hate me?
That reminds me of like the what's it called? Into the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse thing.
They're pushing it hard, so we'll see if it turns out to be anything, but who knows? I will say the only other Marvel stuff before I jump out of DC real quick is the Ghost Rider stuff that's been going on is still so good. Like if you like twisted, demented, messed up stuff.
Oh, that's Ghost Rider.
What,
Yeah.
like making Nightcrawler Spider-Man?
Oh my lord. No, I will say we're getting some Mephisto storyline into it, so that we're getting a lot of cool stuff. A lot of blood and guts. So if you have a weak stomach, careful. It's good. It's gory.
Now,
But-
what's going on? What's going? Oh, go ahead, finish.
No, I was like with DC. We did get a leak. Obviously, they're still working on their Dawn of DC 2024 phase. So they're talking about all the new upcoming stuff.
Ooh, boy, my second bowl of shit.
Well, right now going on is the Batman, Catwoman, the Gotham War going on. That's the current stuff right now that's happening.
Okay.
I am reading the Red Hood stuff of that because I'm excited. It's kind of fun. We'll see where that goes.
Okay.
The next two things we know later on, we're going to have something called Titan Beast World. And so I'm not sure what that will be, but that's going to be one of the big events in DC. But after that, they show a little teaser saying something evil is coming, and we see these tentacles that kind of look like Brainiac stuff. So I think Brainiac is going to be bringing something big to the DC probably halfway through 2024.
Okay.
So, and the only last thing I would say with comics, it's not DC or Marvel. I don't remember who's doing it. I'm not having any high hopes for it, but I'll probably check it out. Since
Join the club.
Since Zack Snyder is trying to push so hard with his Rebel Moon, Rebel Moon is going to have a comic book coming out. And so I will probably pick up at least the first issue just to see if it's any good or not.
I ain't messing with it.
But hey,
honestly, how is Zack Snyder going to do a comic book?
I would say if you're a
write
Disney
comics
fan
in
right
slow
now,
motion.
I think it's Dynamite Comics that's doing a bunch of Disney comics, right? They started doing the Gargoyles, Darkwing Duck, and then they're actually coming out soon with the Lilo and Stitch comics. So if you're a fan of the Disney stuff, apparently Marvel has no time to do Disney comics, even though they're partnered with Disney. So Dynamite's doing it. So
okay.
But how is Zack Snyder going to write comics? You can't do slow motion in comics. It's just
I
literally.
doubt Zack Snyder is writing the comic book. I doubt he's writing the comic book. I'm sure
so it's going to be about the crappy movies he made.
that's coming out. Yes.
All right, Shaw.
Oh, God, I hate my life.
I'm sorry that the comic book segment ruined your
I could have lifted weights and been better at hockey, and I chose this path. It's my own fault.
Thank you, Ty. Thank you, Ty. I appreciate you, man. All right, let me roll back over to Shaw for our last two segments of the night. Shaw, go ahead.
All right, let's move on to let me get the thing real quick. See the number. All right, so the Disney's Snow White has been moved to March 25th, and we have a picture. EX1, please.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
That's better. Leave that.
What pick number was it, Shaw?
EX1.
Okay, the extra one. Gotcha.
Yep. What are y'all thoughts about this?
So she's surrounded by failed clones of Tony Soprano.
She a hoe.
Why do you have to be how?
Look at all them dudes right there all around. What up, baby?
Wow.
So no longer the
This guy like directly on her left. They're
What
all giving her the bedroom eyes.
What up, baby? Don't let my side fool.
Like, this poor guy on the outside, he's like, yeah, I'm the caboose.
Oh no!
The fluffer?
Don't let my age.
Oh man, it's funny because this movie's gonna fail.
All right, Shaw. And what was your last one?
We just got we just got a teaser for the Netflix Avatar: Last Airbender. We got a couple of pictures to talk about that.
Oh yay, because Jadae's not here to shit on it.
Anybody see the teaser?
I actually didn't surprisingly see the
I saw it, and as a fan of the show, I'm actually going to say it doesn't look bad.
I saw the pictures, but I haven't seen like the trailer.
Yeah,
I saw the trailer. It doesn't. It piqued my interest.
Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 11. Please.
So at least we're giving Ambrose something positive to look forward to after all the negative.
There's nothing positive in my life. We're living in a bleak world, and all of you have joined my gondola to hell.
I thought it was the highway to hell. What?
No, it's a gondola. It's slow, it's painful, it burns, and it sucks.
It doesn't look bad.
No, I'm saying this looks decent. It's better than M. Night Shyamalan with Ding Dong's thing.
Yeah.
You didn't like all the slow bending and all the...
No, if you haven't listened, Ty, I don't like slow motion. That's why Zack Snyder sucks.
That slow bending to lift one rock just to throw at someone.
Yo, I'm going to say Kim's Convenience is a great Uncle Iroh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me a second. And
it's so good.
Why does this look like it should be like in a Macy's for Christmas? Like the trailer did a lot better justice. This looks like it should be in like a Forever 21. Like they're trying to sell a little girl jeans.
I think Momo was
all right, so I did. All right, so let's go ahead, y'all. Last story of the night. Go ahead, y'all. Take it away.
All right, last thing. Let's talk about Invincible. Anybody see the first 2 episodes?
Loved it.
No.
I need to still. I haven't.
I'm still on season 1, so I haven't, but I don't care about spoilers, so go ahead.
Love season 2. I ain't gonna break it down, but I love season 2. I thought it was good. You're gonna after that first episode, you're gonna be shocked.
Unfortunately, that's one of those things where like I was watching it right as my kid paid attention to what I was watching on TV. So I can't watch it as much as I can watch other things,
right?
Because obviously it's a really fucking violent cartoon. So yeah, but I'm trying to wrap up season 1, and I'm looking forward to season 2.
I haven't got around to watching the Atomic Eve. Should I watch that before I watch this, or is that still just something I watch in the background?
You don't have to, but it is really good. Like it's not.
I heard it's good. I just haven't got around to watching it.
It's good. You don't have to.
Okay, and I'll put it on the back burner and maybe just go straight to season 2.
All right, Shaw. What else you got on the docket? I hadn't showed up pictures yet. I hadn't showed picture 11.
Yeah.
Yay!
Papa.
Yip yip. Take that, Janae. We did it twice.
Oh,
it looks fluffy.
All right.
Yo, Janae would be that person where, like, if that thing actually showed up, we'd all be hanging out and be like, yeah, Sky Bison. She'd be like, nah, it's fake anime. And we're like, yo, we're getting on the Sky Bison, Janae. Peace. And Janae would be like, no, it's fake anime. I'm in Washington. I'm going to go get some coffee.
Not gonna lie, Apple reminds me of that the Never-Ending Story or something.
Falcor.
Yeah.
Falcor.
All right, Shaw. What's the last story on the docket for the night?
Okay, we got the cover picture for give me a sec. For Crisis on Infinite Earths. We picked it's supposedly part 1 of 3. Picture number 4, please.
Well, at least it's not Ezra Miller.
But what if Ezra Miller voiced the Flash in this one?
Oh my gosh.
Is this like a new animated movie that's coming out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, I couldn't tell if they were trying to use the animation stuff for live action because it looks about as good as it is.
I honestly don't think Ezra Miller is mentally capable to do a voiceover session, so I'm pretty sure we're safe from this one. You're like, okay, Ezra, can we take that back? No!
Well, what they don't know is Ezra probably
Ezra just shot through the sound screen, so we're out. Cut print. It's good.
All right, you guys. Anything y'all want to get out there before we shut down shop tonight?
Uncanny Spider-Man is a lot of fun.
All right. Answer Ty. Yeah, we have a new page on Geek News Now has put out 2 new pages on Facebook if you want to follow. We have Marvel and MCU Extravaganza run by my colleague Alex Green. I am running the DC and DCEU Extravaganza. It's just a fun page. Come, interact, hang out, talk about your favorite comic book characters, hypothesize, throw some theories. There's no limits. Just be respectful to one another and have some fun. I'm going to hopefully have 2 pieces out this week. That is right. I am burning the candle at both ends to prevent the cancer that Tyler has given me from these that are being printed. So I have for one piece, I'm going to have a trailer reaction to Ghostbusters coming out, hopefully. And I am going to have a series finale review of Doom Patrol.
Okay.
So I'm doing both of those this week. Be on the lookout for those at geeknewsnow.net. And as always, follow us here on our YouTube channel. Slam that subscribe button. Punch that like button in the face. And get us famous.
All right. Anybody else want to chime in what they got going on this week before we get out?
All good.
Tons of comic reading. Tons of comic book reading.
There you go. All right. If no one has any objections, we're going to get out of here tonight, guys. Thank you for having us in your living room. We do appreciate you. And we'll be back right here, 10 p.m. Eastern time for the Geek Gauntlet Podcast. You guys have a safe night, have a safe week, and take care.